The lesson library is where you can find all of the lessons and activities that Suite360 offers. Access the lesson library by navigating to the admin dashboard and clicking the lesson icon. Each row in the lesson library displays key information about each lesson or activity in your program. The column header indicates what type of information is displayed in the column underneath. Let's review each column. ID. The ID references the order that the lesson was added to your program. This ID does not correspond to the scope and sequence or any other documentation Evolution Labs may provide. This ID is unique to your program, and you can use it internally if it is helpful to you, or ignore it entirely. Title. The title column indicates three pieces of information: the lesson title, the universal ID, and the lesson description. The only part of the universal ID you'll ever need is the first series of numbers before the hyphen. This is the same ID that is listed on the scope and sequence and is the ID we use to identify lessons in our global library. Grades. We set the grade to indicate the grade for which the lesson is intended. However, this is only a recommendation, so you can assign any lesson to any student regardless of the student's grade. Curricula. If you have multiple programs, the curricula indicates which program the lesson belongs to. The curricula includes Suite360, ISS360, P360, which is for parents, and A360, which is for school staff. Topics. Each lesson focuses on one theme, like cyberbullying or social media use, but may touch on several topics. Each topic covered in the lesson is listed in the Topics column. You can filter lessons by these topics using the advanced search tool at the top of this screen. Units. The unit corresponds to the theme on the scope and sequence document. Activities. Each lesson is made up of a sequence of activities. All of the activities in each lesson are listed here in the Activities column. You can preview each individual activity by clicking on the name of the activities. Time. The time column estimates how long a lesson will take a student to complete. Of course, actual completion time depends on the individual student, who can complete the lesson at his or her own pace. Activity lesson. The activities from each lesson can also be viewed and assigned individually instead of packaged into a complete lesson. This switch indicates whether the item is a lesson or an individual activity. Lessons will have the switch set to red. Activities will have the switch set to green. This switch is not editable. Active. The active switch indicates whether or not the lesson will appear in the elective topic library for students. Red means inactive, and green means active. You can deactivate any lesson in the topic library to remove that lesson from the elective topic library. Students will only see lessons in their elective topic library that are tagged with their grade. Manage buttons. Under Manage, there are two buttons that allow you to either preview the lesson or assign the lesson to students. Preview. Click the Preview button to open the lesson in the front end of your program, just as students would view it. Assign. The Assign button is how you add a lesson to an assignment, which we will discuss in a separate video.